Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this week's Eye on a Slack. We're talking with Matthew Windham from the MUW baseball team. How are you doing today, Matthew?
Doing good.
I want to talk to you first of all about the start of your season for the Owls. Off to a 12-9 start this season, with the big road series coming up this weekend, heading over to Spalding University. Just talk about your team's first few months here as the 2026 season has unfolded.
So we got off to a much better start this year. I know last year we had some struggles early prior to conference play, but this year we were able to really click a lot earlier than we were last year, with still some places that we can be improving on, but especially have put ourselves in a good position early in conference play with the 6-1 start.
Yeah, now this weekend, as I mentioned, a big series against Spalding. What is that for you as you guys have already got a few conference games under your belt, but now you're really kind of trying to work your way up to that top of standings, and stay up there. What does it mean for you to challenge yourself once you get to conference play?
Really, conference play is just a whole different animal whenever it comes down to it, because those are the games that really matter a lot for us come postseason play, that you have to come in every weekend to take care of business, put yourself in that spot to make the NCAA tournament.
Now, you mentioned just a little bit about your team really getting off to a good start this year and working on some things in the offseason. One of the things I noticed about your season so far this year, already with 4 home runs this year, you came with five in your previous 3 years combined. So, what's been the change for you this offseason that's allowed you to kind of really drive and hit with a little more power this year?
It was a lot of work in the weight room in the off season. I know we have always emphasized it, but this year being my last year, it kind of gave me that extra edge to push harder and keep going more and more, knowing this will be the last time I ever get to put the cleats on.
Speaking of that kind of that last moment of putting the cleats on and stuff, I assume you played baseball your whole life. What is it about baseball? Why did you want to keep playing collegiately? What do you get out of being a baseball player?
Really, to me, it's always been a big part of my life. My dad was a coach growing up, and he still coaches at the middle school level. But being around the game of baseball teaches you a lot. It teaches you about failure and how to learn from your mistakes quickly, because really in a game you get 4 to 5 chances to to have an impact at the plate. So it's being able to make the most of those opportunities every chance you get.
You've made the most of your opportunities for sure over your career. Close to a 350 hitter in your career, over 30 stolen bases, just 4 errors. What do you pride yourself most on about your game? Is it being able to get on base? Is it being able to be a threat on the bases? Is it your defense? What do you take pride in the most?
Definitely take the most pride in my defense. Having been a center fielder all 4 years here, being able to have that range and to save runs, not only create them at the plate, and just have that impact in the field to steal balls away that most people are think going to be hits.
You're definitely making an impact. No errors since 2024 and just five or four in your career. So you're definitely making an impact there. Another area you've made impact, not just on the field, but in the classroom. You're a two-time CSC Academic All-District performer. You're a second-team All-Conference performer. Just talk about the importance of not just being able to succeed on the field, but in the classroom as well.
Feel like having that discipline on and off the field, especially in the classroom, because when you come to college, you are a student athlete, and having that discipline in the classroom to take care of business, get your assignments done, get homework done, even if it means taking a test on the bus on the way to a game, it really just builds a foundation for your life beyond baseball, because you're in work, you're going to have deadlines that you have to meet, and that's really what all these assignments are, is just deadlines you have to meet.
One of the interesting personal tidbits I found out about you, you have a twin sister, Gracie. What is it
Yes.
like being a twin?
There's definitely a deeper connection there than I feel with most siblings. I know with her being down at South Alabama, we don't get to see each other a lot, and she cheers. So during the fall semester, I'll go down and support her during football games, and then during the spring, she'll try and catch me whenever we have an opportunity at home.
That's
But
really cool.
it's definitely a great connection.
Yeah. Mentioned a little bit before our interview, you're a sport management major. What is your dream job after graduation?
So when I got to college, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to work in sports. Well, that has actually changed over the past few years. As I said earlier, my dad was a coach, and I actually plan on pursuing a master's degree in education and becoming a math teacher and coach. And at the point I'd made that change, I figured I might as well go ahead and get the business degree done because at that point it would have added an extra year to my undergrad.
Well, that's exciting. I'm sure your dad's excited to see you kind of follow in his footsteps as well. And then finally, I noticed also you work with the Field of Angels. Can you tell everyone a little bit about that organization?
So, Field of Angels is a special needs baseball organization that operates in the fall on Saturdays. And basically, what it does is it gives kids who aren't able to play baseball in the same competitive way that we are, but still give them a way to play and experience the game of baseball and show that everybody can do it. And it's just really given me a much greater appreciation for the opportunity that I have to play baseball. And that was throughout my whole life, not just in college, but to play the game.
That's great to hear, Matthew. Um, Thank you again. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You're an exceptional human being, as you can tell with the volunteer work you do, and obviously an exceptional baseball player and an exceptional student. So great job all around, and we look forward to seeing you close out your senior season with the Owls.
Yes, sir. Thank you.